Alright guys, welcome back after that very amusing music video we had there.
7 of Legends picks, I wonder.
I think so, man.
Legends observing today. He's probably listening to me right now.
I know, man. I bet
Yep.
Legend knows. We know you picked that song, Legend.
Yep, it's no mystery
It's
at
no
all.
mystery, man.
No. Nope. All right. Well, you know, it is a bit of a mystery to see who's going to get out of this group here because, you know, Curious is 2-0, but beyond that, you know, things are... Well, Curious 2-0, MVP is 0-2, but beyond that, things are pretty even. MC, Line, and Polt all at 1-1, so we're going to see a bit of a shift in the momentum for these guys in this next game because it is going to be OGS MC versus Polt. Do you have anything you want to say before we move into the game?
No, man. I want to say I'm ready to move into the game.
Well, I'm ready too. So
all right, we're going to jump into it. It's like my trademark phrase. I always say jump into it.
Jump into it?
We jump into the game like it's like on the floor and I just jump into it like it's a hole. I like fall into it. I'm like, oh, we're in another world now. I'm not in Kansas anymore.
We need to find more exciting things to say, like slip and slide into the game or something.
And then let's
cartwheel into
apparate into the game.
Apparate. All right. Apparate into the game. We have apparated. Are you splinched?
No, I didn't splinch.
Me neither.
I don't splinch.
All right, good. No splinching. We apparated successfully, and here we are on the snowy, cold depths of Belshire Beach. On the left side of the map, we have our red Protoss from the team OGS. It is OGS MC. And on the right side of the map, again from the team TSL, is Polt. I like started to say Polt before I finished saying TSL, so it's TSOlt. It's Polt. Hi, Polt. So, Belshire Beach. It's more like Green Bay, Wisconsin now.
Yeah,
a lot of snow.
Remember, guys, the Scantipedes cannot live in this new climate.
I know.
So that's actually one of the biggest changes of this map. That, you know, the Scantipedes were actually quite abundant here before, but now they're not.
Yep.
I like these cool little bridges that we've got on this map. I actually really love this snow tile set that we have here.
Well, there are a few more changes than just the tile set as well. Those bridges are one of those. There's these little gaps. The middle of the map isn't quite as open as it used to be, and there's no gold bases anymore as well.
No gold bases and no Scantipedes.
That's right. But you can play some great football in this weather.
Oh, is that so?
American football, yeah. It's always better than snowman.
I didn't know that.
It is.
Now I'm not aware of that, man.
Yeah. You know, I went to a game at Lambeau Field once. Green Bay Packers game. It was the hottest it got all game was 19 degrees. It was outdoors.
Well, where I was from, you know, when it snowed, actually school was canceled, man. That's how few times it snowed where I lived, man. It snows a little bit. Everyone like gets up, they see the snow on the ground. Everyone turns on the news and they're like, we're not going to school.
Where I'm from, they don't close schools until the children start getting abducted by Yetis.
Has that happened?
Not very often.
That's good to hear, man. I was actually a little concerned. Yeah. I'm like, I didn't know about this Yeti child abduction problem.
They do, but it's like in Star Wars, you know? They don't really hurt him, they just kind of freeze him.
Well, the Star Wars Yeti was going to eat him later. He just never had the opportunity.
He was like, I'm so full from that Tauntaun. I thought I was hungry, but those Tauntauns are sure filling.
Yeah, man, Tauntauns are pretty filling, I have to say.
They're really annoying, though. I hate the sound that... Like, I love Star Wars, but I hate the sounds that Tauntauns make. Like, I hate that. It's just annoying.
What sound do they make?
I'm not going to do it anymore. It annoys me too much. I'm sorry.
Well, that actually makes me feel pleasant, man.
It's good. MC really loves the Stargate play today. And
well, this is a different Stargate play than the one we saw earlier, man.
A little bit, yeah.
And this probe knows what's going on. He's going to see this command center.
Yeah. Polt needs that bunker too, because you never know when a stalker's just going to come and start to try to kill your Marines, so it's good to get that bunker. He's getting his first gas as well, adding out a few more barracks. And so Polt
2 more gateways!
Yeah, I think this is going to be one of your favorite builds.
This is one of my favorite builds, man. I actually am different than MC. I am the proxy wolf, man. I hide my Stargate.
Oh, and where's the Void Ray? There's the Void Ray.
I actually don't miss that Void Ray timing. When my Stargate finishes, I make it immediately. MC, ooh. I gotta train MC how to do the Void Ray rush, man. I gotta teach him how to do 3-gate Void Ray. He doesn't know.
Like stand behind him with like a cat of 9 tails, and if he misses it, you're like,
do it again, MC! Do it again!
No. Leave the game. Surrender right now and do it again. All right, so that tech lab means that there might be a few less Marines being made for Polt. If he gets Stim right away, that's going to really help him more than anything right now. You know,
and this is a map where the ramp is not key. You know, on the other maps where you do Void Ray all-ins, the ramp is the key. Normally right now the Void Ray would be at the base starting to poke, the Stalkers would be warping in as those warp gates finish, and you use the Void Ray to pick off the structures, but in this case, the Void Ray is not needed for vision, so the Void Ray is a very strong damage dealer, but is not actually the key here, which is why I'm a little bit surprised he decided to go for this build on this map.
Yeah, that's the thing. Well, it's like you said, it's a longer distance to go with it. You don't hit quite as fast.
And he's kind of missing his timing here because he did not proxy his Stargate. It's a long rush distance, man.
Here's the thing, though, is Polt's making add-ons, he's making Marauders, he's making everything except what he needs to defend against Void Rays right now.
Yeah.
He's getting Stim, but it's going to be a while before it's completed.
Oh, it's this version. He's going to try to warp into the main. And on this map, actually, now that I reconsider how this map's layout is...
Oh, Polt scans and he sees there's no Nexus, though. He knows.
Yeah, he knows
and
something.
There's a second bunker right away.
He needs to check, though, for that pylon. Now, what MC is going to do here is he's going to warp units into the main to pull the forces back, then he's going to attack the front. He's not going to just try to send all his units up in the main. Of course, he's already warped in way too many units on the low ground.
Might see some sick multitasking here a little bit.
And he's actually, remember, he normally with this build, you make a second Void Ray maybe, but you spend most of your resources on units, but in this case, he now has 3 Void Rays.
Stim is getting pretty close to done for Polt, but he only has less than 20 Marines right now. It's not a lot, and that supply depot is not going to help him get any more. Oh, he needs to be
nice micro. And the bunker will fall.
Oh, he does escape, and there are RCVs there to repair the second
he's going to lose so many depots, there's no way for him to really stop this.
Yeah, exactly. Now, what is Polt going to do?
Well, he's going to have to make a lot of depots. That's what he's going to have to do. He's actually pulling his SCVs and going for it. And he actually is targeting down the Void Rays and actually losing a lot of Stalkers here is MC.
Oh, wow.
And Polt can actually continue to push with this, rally units forward. He's got double Commanders dropping mules. He actually decides to go home, which I do not agree with, but...
I don't know. I think that's okay, because by the time he got to MC's base, MC would have warped in enough units to handle that, so...
Maybe, man, but
feel
maybe
like
not.
Okay,
he lost
decision.
so many units there.
Well, if MC pushes again, Polt's just going to have an easier time holding it here. So.
Well, yeah, either way, at this point, MC is actually in trouble. If he had killed him there, he would have died. And now he's not killing him, but medevacs are going to be out. But the Void Rays did still survive, and that's kind of a crucial thing here. He's going to be able to kind of harass and poke with his Commander, might even target down some SCVs if he wants to.
Now, he can send his Marines back to deal with these Void Rays and just leave the Marauders at the front, too. That's the nice thing with this. Is Polt's perfectly fine. Those Zealots are just really lonely. They're like, well, we don't really want to do anything right now. I guess we do. And here's the pressure at the front again. The second bunker is going to die really quick. Slow response by Polt, actually.
No, he was a little bit concerned about the Zealots. He's not split his attention very well, but even so, I think he's actually going to be fine here, man. I think MC this all-in is just not going to work.
I think so, too.
Medevacs are out. He may even make 1 Viking as well to kind of help deal with those Void Rays.
That wouldn't be a bad idea. The Vikings are pretty susceptible to dying quickly.
I noticed that Polt is not really stimmed either, even though he's had stim for quite some time.
Now he does.
Yeah, now he's going to stim.
Yeah, and MC is just actually going to die right now. This is actually the end of the game.
GG.
And Polt Prime, or I'm sorry, TSL Polt holds. I just can't talk. What does he do? How'd this game end?
Well, MC did it all in, and he held it, man. And MC did it on a map where the rush distance is long, timing is critical. And you know what? He sent his Void Rays and showed all 3 of them. Didn't warp in Zealots first, did not. He actually did this build all the wrong ways, man.
Yep.
He actually
I can see the disappointment on your face.
He should have proxied the Stargate near where that 3rd base location was so he could get those Void Rays in ASAP. As soon as the Warp Gate research was done, he should have warped in 3 Zealots there. He would have had enough. And then he would have been able to, at that point, harass there, then attack at the front. But instead, he just kind of like attacked the barracks with Void Rays and then flew them away.
Yeah.
And then it was like, you made 3 Void Rays. Like, that's a lot of Void Rays. You like went super all in with this. And this is the type of MC that I frown upon, man. We saw a beautiful MC with Phoenixes earlier. Where is he now?
He's not beautiful anymore.
No, man. He like went back into the cocoon. He like wants to transform again. I'm like,
It's going to be a beautiful butterfly.
I'm like, you already were a butterfly. Why'd you go back in there?
It's like, I want to be a more beautiful butterfly. Or maybe just wants to be a caterpillar again.
I just don't understand why you would... The strength of this build lies in that you can pick off add-ons and Marines at the side of a ramp where you can attack with your Stalkers, where you outrange the Marines, and this map is not like that. And of course, if you're going to do it because of the area where you could warp in the Zealots, then you warp in Zealots there and you harass with them.
Don't hurt me.
All right,
Scaring me,
so
Wolf.
we're going to have a ZVZ, ZenX Line versus StarTale Curious, and I think this is actually, in my opinion, Suoshin's best matchup. So I think Curious is really good at ZVZ, and even his ZVZ might be better than Suoshin's, but I think Suoshin has a pretty good chance of winning this game.
Well, we'll see. The map is going to be Antigua Shipyard. Let's get into the game here on the Team Ace Invitational.